Hello guys, it is Benjamin Okomara here once more, and in this video we will be learning how to create a creative webinar flyer design like these two in Canva. So let's go. Alright guys, so I have already created a new design page in Canva over here. The dimensions I used are 3240 or 3240 by 4050. Alright, 3240 by 4050. Okay, and I've already brought in the images for the design. Right now I'm just going to bring in the background because the first one we're going to do is the one of this color, right? So I'm just going to bring in this background here. And by the way, this is actually a gradient in Canva in case you want to do something like this, because I actually created the background. So you could just go over to here and search for gradient. All right, and you know, I showing you necessary stuff first. Okay, so you now choose this one here, and then you can go on with it, right? The reason why I just tell you this background because I didn't want to waste too much time. All right, so you can just go change the colors to whatever you want. All right, so I'm gonna just use this and the light color there, right? So basically it was the same theme. Okay, so we're just going to continue with this one here, and the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on the plus icon here. I'm going to go to shapes. I'm going to change the color here to white. I'm just going to place it over here. Great. So next thing I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go here and I'm going to bring in the image here. I'm just going to copy it. Come over here and paste it. I'm gonna like increase it a little bit. Okay, all right, I'm gonna place it here. I think I'm going to have to reduce this a little. All right, so I'm going to just click on the plus icon right now, and I'm going to bring in some text. So I'm going to click on all the heading, and we're going to write, first of all, let's talk. Okay, we're going to change the font here to Codec Pro, extra bold. So I'm just going to go here and search for Codec Pro. I'm going to use extra bold. All right, I'm going to change the color to white, and I'm going to increase the font size to about 306. So 3.0, click on go, stick it over here. I think this guy's head's a little bit quite big. I'm just gonna take it down a bit. Great. I'm gonna go to line spacing or spacing, I don't know, I'll keep calling it like spacing. I'm gonna make it minus 32. I'm just gonna come here and just do that. All right. And we'll be changing the color. Oh no, we're gonna leave this color here. All right, I'm gonna take it to this line here. As you can see, this, you know, this line that Canva just keeps showing here, because I want to keep the text, and I think that shows me that I also need to kind of like shift the image to the right a little bit. All right, and I will also have to duplicate this text. All right, and then next thing I'm gonna write over here is creativity. So it's Let's Talk Creativity, which is the title of the webinar. All right, just gonna go here to bold and make it left aligned format. Sorry, not bold. All right, I'm gonna change the color to yellow, and that is #FFFOO. All right, so bright yellow, and I'm gonna change the font size. All right, to about 327. Okay, so this is like a little bit too close to this box here, so I think I'm just gonna have to reduce this a little bit. All right, and I'm just going to increase and just shift this guy a bit. All right, so I'm just want to like create some spacing between the text and this guy here, because it's kind of like, so what I'm just going to do right now is I'm just going to go over here. All right, I'm just going to select bold text.
So click on the three dot icon there, select both text over there, and we're going to go to nudge. All right, and I'm just going to tap on this. All right, I'm also just going to hit this down a little bit to give it some space between the creativity and the let's talk. And I'm going to reduce this because I felt like it's kind of like too big, right? I think I'm just going to give that a little bit more spacing. So I'm just going to like shift it, all right, and also bring it down a bit. So okay, so I think that is much more better. All right, so I'm just going to give this text some shadow, or yeah, let's just do that now. So I'm just going to go to effects, I'm going to go to shadow, right? First, we're going to change the color here to black. Okay, all right, we're going to reduce the blur to 57, and the transparency we're going to reduce it to 13, sorry, 13 or 15. All right, same thing we're going to do to creativity. I'm just going to go to effects, shadow, change the color to black. We're going to reduce the blur to 57, transparency 15. All right, right, so I'm going to duplicate the creativity here. I'm going to remove that shadow effect, and I'm going to change the font size, sorry, not the font size, the font, to billion moments. And we are going to select billion moments over here, and we're just going to increase the size. Okay, it's going to increase the size. We're going to take it to the back. All right, it's going to increase the size, take it to the back, so position to back. Going to reduce the transparency to about 15. Right, so let's handle some of these images here. All right, so I'm going to click on the plus icon over here. I'm going to go to elements. I'm going to bring it a shape. Take this over here to make sure it's aligned. All right, now the color of the shape is going to be yellow. All right, and I'm going to just bring it down a little bit. And I do not know why I can't allow doing that. All right, so let's bring it down a little bit. I'm just going to use nudge to kind of make that better. All right, I'm just going to zoom in and just reduce the size, sorry, the width just a little bit. All right, let's use nudge, shift it up a bit. So now I'm just going to duplicate it and take it over here. I do not want the space between those two to be so much, so I'm just going to use a nudge to like shift it to be closer. All right, and we will bring in our images. So first the lady, let's ladies first. All right, so I'm just going to reduce this, or anyway, I think I'm just going to copy it because I want you guys to see the before and after we finish editing the images. All right, so copy, paste, and I'm just going to reduce this. All right, to fit into the yellow box here. I'm going to zoom in. All right, I want her head to just kind of come out a little bit, but not much. And then just use nudge, just shift out, and then I'm just going to crop images, just reduce the width of the image to the width of the box. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to use nudge to just shift this in again. All right, great. And then I'm also going to bring in the image of that other guy. I do not know why. This kind of line is still showing over here, which I do not like. So I'm just going to use nudge to just shift this down a bit, and also like this. Okay. Yeah, that's done. So I'm going to go over here and bring in this other guy. Though actually does look like a robot demon for some reason. Anyways, so I'm just going to paste it over here. I'm going to reduce, all right, number to the width of the box here. This one is actually kind of easier because, you know, it's a robot demon. So I'm just going to reduce this, right, and voila. Okay, so I'm
think what we're gonna do is go straight to the editing of the images, but I do not want to overwhelm myself so much, so you're just gonna chill for that, like just a little bit. So I'm gonna click on the plus icon here. Let's just bring in some other elements we need here. Okay, so next I'm just gonna search for pattern. All right, mosaic pattern. All right, mosaic pattern or just pattern. Okay, it's gonna be so annoying to find, I think. Well, let's just search. It's actually searched for pattern instead of mosaic pattern. I don't know why it loves doing that stuff to me. Well, let's check over here, see if we could find it. And if it's not here, we can just search for mosaic pattern. All right, I think this one is actually closer to it. If we do not see the main one, all right, we could actually just manage this one, but let's still keep searching, right? Or let's just use this other one, all right, because it looks quite similar to the one I used earlier. So I'm just going to increase the size, all right, increase it. I'm going to take it down over here. All right, we're going to change the color to F4 on A4D. All right, that's just like a pink, and we're going to take it behind this particular image over here. Great, so let's just bring in some other text quickly. So we're going to click on the plus icon. I'm going to go to text, click on add a heading. We're going to change the font here to Codec Pro, right? Just going to reduce the font size to about 78. All right, I'm going to take it over here, make sure it's aligned. All right, we're also going to be reducing the line, the letter spacing or line spacing, man. All right, letter spacing, just going to reduce this to like -30. All right, going to change the color. The color I'll love to use here, I would not want to just use black just off the back like that. So the color I'll love to use here is 1D to 8. All right, that's kind of like a light bluish color. I'm just gonna go spacing, and let's make this -32 instead of just -30. So click all and put 2 over there. All right, so the date. Now just going to insert the date, the time, venue, and all the other stuff. All right, so we're just going to insert firstly the date. This August 20th 2022. All right, we're also now going to reduce the line spacing because it's kind of too far apart. Okay, so I'm gonna just duplicate this, take it over here, and what I'm gonna write over there is the date, sorry, not the date, the time. All right, so 8 p.m. West African time. I'm gonna make this bold. All right, we're just gonna like also duplicate this. All right, and this Canva feature really makes it so annoying to duplicate, and I've been complaining about that ever since. Maybe ranting, but man, it needs to be said. Really, why do you need to change it? Christ. Anyways, so venue is also going to be in bold. All right, the venue is actually Google Meet, so I'm just going to do that after adding all the text. I'm just going to add, you know, the Google Meet logo. All right, so I'm just going to duplicate this one here again, bring it down here, and what I'm going to write is register, you know, the link to register. So I'm just going to insert it over there. Right, so we're gonna be reducing the font size of this to like 74. All right, because I really do not like that the kind of space, you know, the space between these two. Well, there's some kind of white space there. So yep, great. So we're just gonna like click on the plus icon. We're gonna go to upload. I'm gonna bring in this, right, because I want to insert this access fee and the free, and also put the one for the host too. So let's just do that. Gonna do that quickly, right? And yeah, make sure it's the middle between, you know, this two, you see this line over here, right? If that's what I really love about Canva, I just really don't go and add a feature that just changes that. Oh my god, man, it's be so annoying. Anyways, what can we do, right? So I'm just gonna write access fee, access fee, and I'm gonna put like column, right? Gonna bring it over here. Gonna reduce the size, all right? Change the color to white. Okay, and I'm also going to like give it some spacing. So we're going to be increasing it to about like 100 or 125. So let's try 1.5 over first. Okay, 1.5 is cool. Right, I'm going to remove that semicolon because it looks so said semicolon, the colon over there. Right, look kind of unprofessional. I don't know, the perfectionist side of me just makes me think that way. Anyways, so I'm just going to go to format, make this to be kind of, you know, center aligned. All right, and we're going to go over here. We're going to duplicate this time. So duplicate, all right, and we're going to write 3. Okay, we're going to increase the font size of the 3. Going to increase it to 110. That looks kind of small. Let's try 15. Yep, the result I want. You're gonna read like let's reduce the spacing. All right, great. Gonna make it bold. All right, I'm gonna change the color to yellow. Okay, great. So I'm just gonna like bring them together a little bit close together, group them to make sure they are in the center and in the middle of the box. All right, great. I think I'm just gonna have to. It's just selecting almost everything. Great. Just have to shift this down a little bit, and also shift this guy down too, so you can just nudge and follow me as we go on this journey. Right. So. And for some reason, this is looking so bad. Let's go to, let's actually left align. Anyways, Benjamin, leave it alone. Or let's just increase the size of this a little bit. Okay? Yeah, I think that looks better. I'm going to duplicate that, this one here. And then we're going to take it over here. Just going to zoom in and take care of the width. Right? Oh my god, it's almost time to pray. Alright, so yeah, what to do. I'll just have to increase this. I didn't do this in the last one. I'm just noticing now that if this is meant to be like yeah, no, this is meant to be like emphasized or something, it should be bigger, you know, because yeah, people want to know that it's free, especially in Nigeria, where people might see that 3 there and they will still come ask you whether it's free or paid. Man, Nigeria is such a beautiful nation. Alright, so I'm just going to click on the plus icon here. I'm going to go to element and I'm going to bring in like a bulb, right? A light bulb. Light bulb Canva, not 3D bulb, light bulb. Alright, stop messing with me. Yep, and I'm going to bring in this one here. Let's see what that, yeah, it's actually free. So I'm going to change the color to yellow. Just going to rotate it. Put it on top of the head. The idea here was to be like, okay, this guy's creative over here. Alright, so I'm just going to increase this a bit. Gonna place it over here. Just rotate it a bit. Okay. Alright, so there's this coming alive. Just gonna use nudge. Right, great. So next is, let us just go ahead and edit these images, right? Because that's what is really exciting about this. It's what excited me in, you know, designing this. So let's get on with it. So I'm going to start with this image over here. I'm going to go to adjust over here, and what we're going to do is we just want to make it brighter and sort of like look, you know, blend with this background here. All right, and especially this light side. This side is lighter than this side over here, so it means that this guy has to be like a little bit brighter. Okay, so we're gonna start that by increasing the saturation. All right, we're just gonna increase the brightness and the contrast a little bit. So first, brightness and the contrast. I don't want to do so much, so we're gonna make it 12. All right, so brightness 11, contrast 10, and then I'm going to increase the saturation. All right, so about 25. All right, you can see how it's looking a bit brighter. I'm going to also reduce the blur because I want the image to be sharper. All right, so going to reduce this by -20. All right. Okay. So how you can see how sharp it looks. Now the thing that we now want to do is to kind of make it look a little bit darker. All right. Like when I mean darker, I want this, you know, the dark shades here, I want them to show much more. Okay. See all the shades. We can achieve that by using shadows, right? So I'm just gonna scroll it down. All right. I'm gonna reduce the shadow to about -70. You can see how that gives it that kind of pop. All right. All right. I'm also going to just increase the highlights. All right. It's going to increase the highlight to give that kind of nice, you know, lights shining there. Okay. And we're going to increase the vibrance to about 40. Okay. Don't increase this so much. It look highly saturated in a way. So I'm just going to make it 40. All right. Great. So one more thing I would love to do for this side of the image, because I do not want to come back to this particular image again. We're just going to click on the plus icon and we're going to search for a particular element called light circle. I think it's called light circle. Let's check for it over here. Yes. So this is the element. It's actually a pro element, right? You can also use, I'm going to make it available. I'm going to make it available. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to click on it here. All right. I'm going to just increase it and place one over here. Okay, so it gives it a kind of light action, which I really love. All right, and we're going to also do another one to kind of like make this side of his hair yellow. Okay, or I think orange or something. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring in another element called light gradient circle. So this is light circle. I'm just going to add gradient over here. So light gradient circle. All right, and this is what we're going to use, right? I'm using this because there's no point changing the color. All right, and by the way, you can use this one for this guy here. Just go ahead, go to effects, go to duotone. All right, go to duotone to actually change the color of this to white if you wanna. All right, okay, you can see it gives it a kind of white. The same thing this one actually does that other one makes that kind of looks more sharper in a way. So I'm just gonna cancel this because I want it to be yellow. All right, so I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna place it over here, right? I want this light bulb thingy to be forward because I don't want the light to appear on top of it, so just take it forward. All right, okay, so I'm gonna increase this back. I'm gonna take it over here. All right, and we're gonna go to transparency. I'm gonna reduce this to 45. Great. Now you can see how nice and realistic that looks. Okay, I think I'm just gonna reduce this one, or let's say just make it not really reduce, let's make 75. I'm just gonna shift it out a bit. Alright, okay. Alright, since we already detailed this one, or let's just move to the other one here. I was thinking that we could just, you know, basically correct the names, but let's just do everything quickly. Alright, so for this robot demon over here, we're gonna, you know, also I did this guy. I'm gonna go to so I'm just gonna increase the saturation here to 25. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, I want to reduce the blur, so -25. Okay, just to make it kind of like sharper. I'm gonna increase the vibrance. There's no point increasing the brightness and stuff of this because it already looks bright, so it doesn't really make sense to start to do all this kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna increase the vibrance here to 40. All right, and as usual, you know my favorite stuff right now. Going to be using shadows, so shadows should be like -70. Okay, then I'm just gonna add some highlights also. Okay, so that would be like 57 or so. Okay, so after the Euro demon, we can now go ahead to, you know, this evil beauty over here that will take all your money. Hey, okay, so we're gonna do the same thing we did for the guy over here. So saturation 25, blur that to be minus 25, or we can just leave it at 24. Let's leave it at 24. All right. Then increase the vibrance to 40. Highlights to 57. And then we do, oh my god, this lady is beautiful. Jesus. So I'm gonna reduce the shadows to -70. Yeah. Okay, that really looks beautiful. So quickly, just gonna put in the titles and stuff. So I'm just gonna click on the plus icon, go to text over here, add a heading, and I don't think we need this. I think we'll just go ahead and just duplicate this, guys. And I don't think we're even done with what we have there. But anyways, so I'm gonna change this color here to white, and I'm gonna put in the guy's name. His name should be Adeniji something, I think. Yeah, Adeniji Adebayor, strong Yoruba name. Yes. So we're just gonna reduce the font size to 59. Okay, 59, not 590. All right, I'm gonna like lift it over here. Okay, make sure it is aligned. I'm gonna make it bold. Okay, let's just use the notch to just shift it a little bit below the image. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna take it over here. And this name of this beautiful lady should be a sweet Igbo name, Chioma Okoye. All right, I have an obsession for Chiomas, anyways. So this is also bold, and you're gonna put in what they do. So this guy is a creative designer. So we're just gonna duplicate this, get over here. I'm gonna go to format, remove that from bold, and we're gonna like reduce the font size, I think, to 48. All right, and just gonna put in what it does. It is a creative designer. Okay, gonna also duplicate that guy. I don't know why the Adeniji and the Chioma are kind of aligned, so they are broken up. So I'm just gonna also now lift this guy up here, okay, and then duplicate this, okay, and just take it over here, and I'm gonna, you know, put in what she does. She's a brand strategist and business developer. Perfect wife material. Yep. So I'm just gonna make the business come over here, okay. I'm gonna shift this channel a bit. Just gonna use notch to do that. Do not know why it's bringing up those things when I do not want them. So let's shift it to the right, okay. And I'm just gonna click on the plus icon here. I'm gonna go to elements and bring in a line. Okay, just gonna reduce this. Check it over here. Reduce to change the color to yellow. Just take it up here. Okay, and just gonna use notch to just bring it down a bit. Then I'm going to duplicate it and take it over here. Use notch. Okay, and then just increase it to the length of the creative designer. All right, so last one we're gonna do is just gonna duplicate this, bring it over here, write King Benjamin, which is me. So imagining myself with a nice cool afro, you know, but I am bald. Ah, God, it's not easy. Anyways, yeah, so King Benjamin. I'm just gonna reduce the font size a little bit, maybe 83. All right, well, let's make it 85. And then I'm gonna bring in the small one over here. So duplicate, take it over here, and you're gonna write host. Okay, I'm gonna go over here, make it bold, and change the color to yellow. All right, should I make it bold anyways? Okay, so we're just going to increase the font size 77. Okay, so I'm just gonna reduce this format, make it to center aligned, and we're just going to change the font. I want it to be thinner than that, so I'm going to use Codec Pro Thin. All right, so Codec Pro Thin done, and I think we're just almost done. Just going to duplicate this guy here, going to take it over here, and we're going to type in facilitators. All right, so facilitate tours. And we're going to increase the line spacing over there. Yeah, I said line spacing again. I'm just gonna go spacing, and we're going to increase the letter spacing to 375. All right, and I'm just gonna try and bring it a little bit closer, not for it to be so far. Okay, so we're almost done. I'm just gonna bring in this triangle over here. Gonna turn it upside down. It's already the color I want, which is yellow. Just gonna reduce it. Bring it over here. Reduce it again. Now it's proven stubborn, so I have to zoom in. But I don't know why they have to make the shapes like this anyways. So I have to go and search for triangle now, which is really annoying to have to do. Alright, I think I'm going to use this one here. Let's see if this is, yeah, this one reduces as much as I want. I'm just going to take it here. Let's zoom in to adjust that. Okay, so next thing on the list to do is just to go and bring in the Google Meet logo. So I'm just going to search for Google Meet. Alright, I'm going to bring in this one first. So I'm just going to reduce it. Bring it over here. Okay, so, and then I think I'll just put in, yeah, Google Meet. I'm going to just crop out the logo part of that side and just bring in the Google Meet. So reduce it, place it over here. I'm going to zoom in again and reduce it a little bit more. And shift it to the left to be closer to the logo. I think those things are so far from the venue, which is not so cool. So I'm just going to select both of them. Go over here, shift it to the left once more. Okay, great. All right, guys, for now I think we're also done. Like, this tutorial has gone like lots long. This is like my longest tutorial ever. So just for more things to do, like this one should quickly show you guys how to do this. As you can see how the image blend differently, all right, and also the colors. We're going to do that quickly, and also how you can achieve things like this, you know, changing the colors of text within the same sentence to another color. All right, so we're just gonna quickly do that. That might just be a little bit more faster this time. All right, so we're just going to duplicate this guy here, and I'm going to show you something. As you can see, once I click on replace and I bring in this background here, as you can see, it doesn't look so blended at all. This guy looks so bright, you know, on everything. Okay, we're going to change the color of this guy here to, I'm just going to go over here and maybe choose this blue, right? I think the hex code should be, yeah, 006 BFB, I think, right? So that should be cool. Let's just bring this down a little bit, right? Okay, great. So then we're just going to change the colors of this. The color I'm going to use for the creativity is OOFFE8. All right, so that's kind of like a brighter color. I'm also going to change the color of this one here below. It's also that same color, right? I'm going to leave this as yellow. This one, I think I'm going to like delete it. Okay, just going to remove this, and we're just going to bring this guy here. Just shift it a little bit up. All right, it's going to make sense once we edit the images and stuff. So I'm just going to click on replace for these ones here. All right, click on replace, put in this, and also on the free ish there. I'm going to click on replace, put in this one over too. I'm going to change the color here. Well, let's leave it as yellow. Adjust the arrow. You're going to change to exhaust that lighter shade. Blue. I'm going to go to this lady's image here. As you know, I'm going to be paying more attention to her image. You know. All right. So yeah, I'm just going to like edit these images. All right. The goal is to actually make them look more cooler. All right, more cooler rather than so bright. All right, so instead of like increasing the contrast or, you know, increasing the saturation and stuff, right, I'm gonna reduce it, right, to look kind of darker. And lower minus, gonna reduce the warmth, right, because the warmth actually does the trick so well. So I'm gonna reduce this to like minus 60. Okay, I'm gonna leave this other ones as they are because they are perfect. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this lady here. Use the saturation, okay, use the saturation. You know, I'm going to go over to, I think let's reduce the saturation a little bit more. All right, go over here, reduce the warmth. Okay, and I'm going to leave these other ones like they are. And then this guy, which is going to be like the main thing that is actually going to make this look so well, we're just going to reduce the saturation also, and also make, so we're going to make the brightness to be 0, the contrast to be 0, and we're going to reduce the saturation. All right, we'll screw it down. Let's leave the blur the way it is. All right, so next to warmth, I'm going to reduce the warmth to around -50. That is already, I think that should have done the trick already. Right, just gonna reduce the highlight of it. So no, let's increase the highlight. Okay, so that is done. All right, so we are done. Just remaining one more thing, which is I promise to show you guys how I'm going to change the colors, such as this. Right, it is really what I'm gonna do quickly. And I'm also going to show you guys one more trick that is for the people who stay to this time. Right, I'm going to show you guys something that you can do. All right, so I'm going to make this change. If you're using the Chrome browser, this works really well if you're using the Chrome browser. Right, as you can see, I just went ahead and I enabled the desktop site. Right, I'm just going to change my view here to pop up so we can see everything I'm doing. Pardon my eyes. All right, so we're going to go over here, and I really hate the fact that Canva does this at times. Let me just duplicate this page, sorry, and just delete this. All right, and then I'm just going to double tap, not double tap really. I want to actually edit the text, so I'm just going to select the August first. I'm going to go to the color here, change it to this. All right, come over here. I'm also now going to go to format and make it bold. All right, as you can see, the color there has changed. If you're using a laptop, it's going to be much more easier for you to do this, but you know, smartphone users everywhere. Okay, so I think that one too has been changed. We're going to do the same for this one over here. Okay, make this bold, and I think I'm not meant to do that. And also change the color here. All right, so quickly we can do the same here, and just quickly do all we have been doing. Now, I do not know what this is actually, so I'm just going to quickly do all this and I'll show you guys the result. All right guys, we're done with that. As you can see, I changed it, the colors here, to this pink color, as you can see here. Let me show you the code again. That is F41A4D. all right, so once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go over here and I'm just going to bring back my desktop site, bring back my, not desktop, just remove it from desktop site, that's what I meant. All right, so voila, that is done. We're done with this, and we can just go over here and click on download. Right, and if you are a pro user, you can go ahead and increase the size of that actually enhances the quality. So I'm just going to click on done. All right, so I want to show you guys a little bit of trick that you can do with your smartphone using Snapseed. It's an application on your smartphone, but it's not actually going to be the right project for this because it actually looks more, it kind of looks realistic. So actually trying to apply the effects I wanted to show you guys, it's really going to look so weird. All right, so yeah, we're going to click on download, and then we're going to open it and extract to show you guys. Yep, this is the final result of our flyer. All right, and yeah, if you stayed to the end, congratulations. And yeah, okay, so yeah, that is the end of this video, guys. If you love this video, click on the like button below, like this video, like it, and click on the subscribe button, all right, for more content like this on Canva. More things are coming your way, more tips, more tricks, and also more courses and stuff. All right, so it's King Benji once again, and goodbye.